Okay.
So what is Familia Vota doing to mobilize the Latino vote?
This year, Mi Familia Vota is talking to over 90,000 Latino voters in the state of Colorado regarding the ballot initiatives that threaten our quality of life. We're faced with 5 ballot initiatives that will essentially undermine all public structures in the state, reducing our education budget in half, eliminating over 8,000 teachers, and we have initiatives like 62 that would eliminate all forms of contraception here in the state of Colorado. It's very important that Latinos understand what these initiatives would do so they can turn out and make sure that our values are heard on November 2nd. We're talking to folks about the ballot initiatives, but we're also making sure folks are aware that there are 2 very distinct and important candidate races, the governor's race and the Senate race. We're not doing any endorsements as a nonpartisan group, but we are comparing the candidates side by side on the issues of healthcare, immigration, education, and the economy in our ballot guide. Major challenges that we're faced with for Mi Familia Vota in talking to voters is that there's a lot of voter fatigue. Millions of dollars have been poured into Colorado to swing the election either way. And for many voters, it's getting frustrating. They turn on the TV and all they hear is negativity. But when we talk to voters at the door or on the phone, we're able to have one-on-one conversations with them about their real concerns. When we talk about the ballot initiatives, they understand their role in making sure that Colorado can be a better place to live. So this year I think that we will see Latinos turning out in record numbers, and the reason I say that is this is the first year that we've done a fully collaborative project with all other Latino civic engagement groups in the state. In years previous we would maybe all be in Pueblo County or in Denver County, and this year we're all across the state talking to voters, and voters are frustrated, they're angry, but they're motivated, and I think that's something that's very different than what we've seen in years past.
What I do at Mi Familia Vota, I go and canvass around to door. I inform people about the propositions and amendments that will be on the November ballot this year.
Okay. Do you think the immigration issue is a motivating factor for the Latino community?
I think it's what moves them is the views that the candidates have for immigration. Immigration itself, there's a whole entire different organizations and people working out there trying to push for that. But right now, I think it's more concentrating on which candidate to vote for that is more pro-immigration and that is more likely to vote on CIR ASAP. Most of the time when I go out there, when I ask them if they're going to vote Democrat or Republican, most of the people answer me with Democrat. Only a few, rarely, and once in a blue moon, will answer me Republican.
Why?
I think that it's because of the view that Bennett has over Buck. I think Buck has a more hateful and racist view than Bennett, even though with senators, you always have to pick a better of all evils.
Okay. What do you think is the main challenge to mobilize our Latino community?
I think communication. I think that sometimes the media just, leaves them out of something. Most of the time, even our senators do that. Sometimes I don't know of an instance where Ken Buck or Michael Bennett have gone to talk to Latinos, Latino communities, to go talk to them and be like, hey, this is what I'm for, this is what this is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it, can I have your vote? I know a lot of people that may canvass for Bennett, but I don't know that if Bennett directly approaches the Latino community.
And finally, do you think that Latinos will vote on November 2nd?
Yes, I do think that Latinos will vote. Not all Latinos, because, some might slip and fall, but I think the majority or most of the Latinos this year will vote, and they'll go out because, some of them are interested and